May is Foster Care Awareness Month. Temporary shelter is needed for children caught in the middle of placement services, a tricky situation to be in for both children and families. One Grand Rapids nonprofit is providing educational sessions and even stipends to help encourage fostering there. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm News 8 digital anchor Luke Laster here from the Wood TV Live Desk. Joining me this morning, DA Blodgett-St. John's President and CEO, Mary Muliett. Mary, good morning to you.
Good morning, Luke. Thanks so much for having me here.
Mary, before we get rolling a little bit, can you tell me just a bit about DA Blodgett-St. John's and what you guys do?
Absolutely. I am honored to be the president and CEO of an amazing organization, DA Blodgett-St. John, sitting in Grand Rapids and serving surrounding counties as well. Our mission is to help children and empower families by providing safety, advocacy, and support. We have impacted over 14,000 lives last year. We just did our numbers, so that's hot off the press. We know we impact lives every day in the West Michigan area, and we do that through a continuum of care at DA Blodgett-St. John's. We have family preservation and behavioral health programming. We offer our child welfare work, which is foster care, adoption, licensing, what we're talking about today. And we also have a residential treatment program and a campus where kids come to stabilize to get back out into community with their family and the community. So I'm just humbled and honored to be part of such an amazing organization that's been around for over 135 years. And I thank you again for having me here with you today to speak more about our needs.
So as we mentioned just a moment ago, May is Foster Care Awareness Month. Tell me about the need here for this temporary shelter during the placement process. You know, not everyone may be aware of that little interim time there. Explain the need for that.
Yeah, we're really looking for community members that are interested in becoming licensed as even temporary support to kids. So an emergency foster home placement, if you will, an emergency shelter home. Excuse me. There is a stipend attached to that support. Our team can lead any individual or family that's interested in the whole process. We have a crisis at hand for kids in Michigan with over 11,500 youth in care in Michigan. We are seeing our system needs increase through this pandemic, as we all have heard, right? Mental health needs have increased. That's no different in family settings. And so our kids are struggling and we need more homes. We need everyone in the community to consider how they can help kids in care in West Michigan and across Michigan. So becoming a temporary or shelter foster home is a little different, that you're committing to a shorter term time with a youth while we stabilize, assess, and help find the best placement for that child. So it's sort of a temporary placement setup with a circle of support around you and a stipend to support when you take that child on. So really looking for those homes. We're also looking at DA Blodgett-St. John's for any homes that are able to take older youth, teens particularly, as well as youth who come to us with siblings. So often, right, it's hard to find homes that can take more than one or two children. And many times there's multiple siblings in a family. And it's just devastating when we have to place those siblings separately because we don't have homes that can take on a sibling group. So that's our ask today, Luke, is to get it out to the community that there is this need in our community in West Michigan. It's a real need. Organizations doing this work for children and families today are all struggling. DA Blodgett-St. John's is here to talk through what that could be, and we would offer up that you can visit our website at dabsj.org to find out more, but also you can personally email us at our email address, which is fosterparentinfo@dabsj.org, just to ask questions. There's no commitment when you reach out, right? It's just to ask questions and understand better what you can do as a community member to support kids in care.
So you had mentioned the stipend, but one of the other resources available are these educational courses. One of them's coming up this weekend, the other one next Wednesday. The one coming up Sunday here is called Stand for Teens. So it's 4 to 6 p.m. At Wyoming High School. Tell me about that one, and then the following one is next week, The Realities of Foster Care. What are you able to share about those two courses there?
Yeah, both courses. If anyone in the community is interested in finding out more of what the current needs are in our community, both courses, Stand for Teens and the Realities of Foster Care, would be super informational sessions. The events are free, they're open to the public, and to register for those events, again, I'll just rattle off the times and the names here. Stand for Teens is on Sunday, May 22nd, as you shared, Luke, from 4 to 6 p.m., Wyoming High School, and the Realities of Foster Care is Wednesday, May 25th from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. And it's an online virtual. So I know some folks are still worried about getting out in person. That one's a virtual opportunity. Anyone interested can go to the fosterkentkids.care website and register there and find out more about those events. We really encourage all of our community members to understand the realities of our foster care in Michigan, and then being a support for teens. So both opportunities are just great to attend if you have the availability and have the interest.
Being in the position that you are in there with DA Blodgett-St. John's, why is it important to you to be able to provide these courses and kind of, bridge that gap there?
Yeah, with the need so great for our children in Michigan and certainly in West Michigan, I think the more we can help the public and the community understand what kids need today, the more we can raise awareness and the more we can share resources and information about becoming a foster relative or kinship caregiver. At DA Blodgett-St. John's, we also hold additional events that are monthly, just providing foster care information. Those are held from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. on the second Monday of every month, specific to DA Blodgett-St. John's, and we hold those at our Leonard Street campus. We really want to encourage our community to understand the needs of children. What our children have experienced is devastating, right? It's abuse, it's neglect, and we really need a circle of support for those kids and for their families. The goal of foster care, when a child comes into care, is to circle around the parent or parents with resources and support to try to reduce the barriers that brought that child into care. Our first goal is to reunify kids with parents. We believe children are best off with their family whenever they can be safe. When that can't happen, foster care comes alongside to make sure children are safe. But we circle support around that family with the goal of reunifying that family if it's possible at all. And so from there, we come alongside with the resources and support to those parents, so children may be able to go back to their birth parents or birth parent. When it's not safe to return home, and that does sometimes happen, children then become free for adoption, and DA Blodgett-St. John's doesn't stop. We continue on with our adoption team, supporting kids to permanency. Every child needs unconditional, loving adults in their life that are permanent, and we believe moving to permanency as swiftly as possible for each child matters. I think it's super important in this Foster Care Awareness Month to make sure that our current foster parents, our current relative caregivers in our kinship homes who are unconditionally loving children in their homes right now, we need them to know we appreciate them, we see them, and we celebrate them. We support the diversity of caregivers in these spaces, and we really have a need for additional community members to step up and lean into becoming a circle of support for kids in West Michigan. And again, I'll say our website is a great place to start if you want to learn more, dabsj.org. But if you want a little bit more personal connection, you certainly can call us at one of our numbers, but you also can email fosterparentinfo@dabsj.org. We really want to offer up as much information as we can. So those community members who may be considering being a foster home can have as much information as they can to think about what's right and best for their family and their home. It's super important that our kids are in stable, unconditional, loving homes while we navigate with their birth family what needs to be addressed to bring children back to parents.
Mary, is there anything else that you would like to add or put out there?
I think I've rattled off quite a bit here, Luke, but I just can't restate enough. The need is great. I've been in this work in child and family services and health and human services for over 25 years. I think the collective trauma our community is experiencing coming through this pandemic has really impacted our community in many ways that we'll still see unfold. But I am seeing today that impact unfold as we have high needs in our foster care programming. We have high needs for additional foster homes in a way I haven't experienced in my 25 years. So if anyone even has an inclination to consider being a foster parent, now is the time. Kids need us. We need to lean in and step up for our kids. The old adage, it takes a village. We really are calling on community to come around and circle with DA Blodgett-St. John's, circle our families and our kids so we can bring permanency for kids and stability. So I just appreciate anyone considering supporting kids in any manner. And again, DA Blodgett-St. John's website is a great place to find more info. Feel free to reach out. We are here to support a journey of consideration to be a foster home, or in other ways that you could support our organization as we continue to do the tireless work we need to do for our children and our families in West Michigan. We appreciate all of our support that we get from the community.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you tuned in maybe halfway through this stream or just happen to now be clicking in, there's a link attached if you're viewing on Facebook. It takes you over to woodtv.com. You can view our full conversation there. Mary, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Luke and Wood TV, for having DA Blodgett-St. John's on to speak to this need. We really appreciate the partnership.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a look at the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm News 8 digital anchor Luke Laster. Have a great afternoon, and we'll see you around.